I'm Andy Browne, the Editorial Director of the Bloomberg New Economy Forum. Here's my take on New York's congestion charge. It's a question of back to the future. The world's supercities are gridlocked. Far too many of them are virtually unlivable. New York has had enough. It plans to charge cars for driving into Manhattan south of Central Park. But not everybody is happy with this congestion charge. Small business owners in particular say that it's going to cost them more to make deliveries into Manhattan. There are two very good reasons to cheer New York's move. First, it's going to unclog Manhattan. Stockholm, Singapore, and London have all tried it, and the result has been dramatically lower car numbers. Second of all, it represents, at least symbolically, the beginning of the end of the Robert Moses era. Moses was the legendary and quite controversial New York City planning official who did more than almost anybody else in the mid-20th century to put cars at the very center of American cities. He built 35 highways and 12 bridges. Cities all over the world copied his vision of car-filled cities. True, this road infrastructure propelled New York's prosperity in the modern era, but it also sliced through neighborhoods, particularly poor and immigrant communities, cut off the city from its waterfront, and ultimately brought parts of New York to a virtual standstill. The iron rule of transport says traffic expands to fill available road space. In other words, you build more roads, you get more cars. A congestion charge is one answer to the problem that supercities face. A bolder solution is to dismantle highways altogether and replace them with parks, playgrounds, beaches instead. San Francisco, Los Angeles, Seoul, Portland, Oregon, all adopted this approach and found to their surprise that once you got rid of the highways, cars just found new routes. What comes next for New York? Well, the city gets billions of dollars to fix the subways, but also city officials will be encouraged to spend more on transport modes from an earlier era that predates Robert Moses. Canals and barges, river freight systems, train stations and bicycle paths and walkways. As a matter of fact, the post-Moses transport era in New York could end up looking much like the pre-Moses era. That would be progress.